If he's got bad feet, it's because he's been.
YouTube video.
What? I thought we were going live.
No, it's going YouTube.
Well, we're doing live now. We're live into the team.
Just makes you stress off when you go opposite.
But you just said, I thought you said you were going to go live.
Well, I didn't mean like that. I meant YouTube video.
I don't know how, I can't, hello, neither of you are in.
Hi! Hello!
Hi!
It's like a scene from Friends here. We're all lounging on the couch.
We're just like twisting.
Hold it out so everybody can see.
Yeah. Oh, like, way! Scott, are you like the moody bloke? Look,
yeah.
He's ready, everyone after three.
We need some umbrellas.
Females only.
Friends umbrellas.
Oh, we should have friends umbrellas. Look! He's so grouchy he's walked off.
Obviously, I'm Jennifer Aniston.
Obviously,
I don't know who you lot are.
I'm Phoebe, and that makes you...
Monica!
Monica! Oh my god, you have to stick a chicken on your head. I don't know how we get out far enough. Come in.
I think,
Can you not do that on a live?
No, because we're upside down
This
now.
is rubbish.
What we'll have to do is just angle the phone. So you can be like the commentator and ask questions and then just angle the phone as to who's
Like
answering.
that.
I just took a shower to get all the hairspray out of my hair from Scentsy World Tour. It's still
There
in
you
there,
go.
I think.
Amy's worried that she's not looking at her best.
Who thinks Amy has Lion King hair?
Oh, it is Lion King hair.
It's like Rasta.
I love that. So, as well as having fun with all our friends, hi, please send us some love. I don't think I've had one love heart yet. This is very
I'm
weird.
in shock. Like, when is this going to become a business call?
Yeah, when is this actually going to have any value in our lives? Okay, so you're joining me with Ireland's newest Scentsy director, Melissa Harris Jarman Humphreys. Oh no, she's Harris now. And she is a mum of 4 from Donegal, but is not naturally Irish.
Well, I am actually half Irish.
Oh, which half?
The maternal half.
The maternal half.
The maternal half. But I think everybody is Irish, aren't they? If they go back far enough.
What, did the world begin in Ireland? Is
Yes.
the tree of Adam and Eve in Ireland?
Yes.
Oh.
If you go back far enough, everyone has Irish in them.
Well, they want to. Okay, so Melissa's going to share her Scentsy story with you shortly, and we're going to look at the value of Scentsy stories. And this is Amy Miesch Osborne.
Amy Osborne Miesch.
Yeah, and it's Amy Osborne Misesch. And Amy is our highest ranking French consultant, the star consultant in France. Wow! And she is not native to France either. She is a Texan.
Yes.
She's our Frex friend. And she is also going to share her Scentsy story with you. She's just going to think about what it actually is. She's like, oh my god, I'm on the spot. So, you guys know who we are, obviously. And this Scentsy story is one of your most important recruiting tools. The idea is that we should be able to do what's called, just do my hair, an elevator pitch. So we should be able to do it in around about a minute. And also it's something that we might use at our parties as well, or when we're introducing ourselves. So Melissa is going to give this a go first, and she's going to give us her Scentsy story in around about a minute.
Ooh,
I'm timing you like we timed Thea. Go!
So I joined Scentsy about 3 and a bit-ish, roughly 3 years ago. I just moved over to Donegal with my now husband and 3 of our children. Ian had a job there, and he brought all of us over for a better life, for more freedom for the kids and fresh air and smaller school sizes and all that kind of stuff that you move abroad for. And we landed there and we realised very quickly that everybody knew everybody and we knew nobody. And we were probably one of the very, very few people there that weren't related to anybody and had no roots in Donegal whatsoever. But I thought, it'd be fine because I'll make friends on the school run. And then the first day I did the school run, I realised it was a drive-through system that you didn't get out of your car. And I thought, I'm not going to meet anybody sitting in my car. So then I saw Alexandra's buy and sell post on Facebook, and I thought, oh, I'll get one of these for the new house, one of these Scentsy warmers. So I was chatting away, and it turned out that Alexandra lived next door, pretty much, but we didn't know because we were so new. A
mile across the bog.
Yeah, but it was like the next-ish house. So I went round her house and I put an order in, and she said I wanted the teapot warmer and 3 bars. And she said, yeah, you could do that. It's like 50-ish, roughly 50-ish euros. She said, yeah, you could do that easily. Or you're halfway to buying the kit, and then you can have all the Scentsy you want for free. So I thought, oh, but I don't know anybody. I've just got here. Who is going to buy Scentsy from me? I don't know anybody. And I went home and I thought about it, and I thought, well, it would be a good way to get to know people, because I would have to talk to them to make it work. So I joined the next day, and I had my launch party, which was me and Alexandra and 2 other neighbours. Was there 4 of us? Maybe 5 of us. One of the mums from school, 2 other neighbours, and us 2. And one lady bought a warmer, and another lady booked a party. Yep. And we went to do the party, and everybody spoke in Irish.
It was fun.
And nobody spoke to us.
Nope.
And half the people didn't buy anything, and the other half bought washer whiffs. And nobody bought a warmer, and nobody bought any wax. And I thought, oh my God, I can't do this. So I turned to the borrow bag, and the first borrow bag I gave out took me 25 minutes. I went in the garage 3 times with the bag, and the first time I bought milk, and I still had the bag, and I couldn't ask, and I went back to the car, and I thought, no, this is stupid. All I'm saying is, do you want to borrow this bag? So I went back in and I bought bread, and I got to the till and I didn't ask, and I come back out to the car with the bag, and then I thought, no, I'm doing it, and I went in and I didn't buy anything, and I said, do you want to borrow this bag? She said, yes, please, and she bought and booked a party, and the boost just pushed me on to do it again and again and again, and now I do it every month, and it's easy.
Tell them about your hen night. How you met all of hen night people. Oh my God, my phone's dying.
Not just my hen night, the whole wedding.
I think we need to go over there. My phone's going to die of battery.
This is organised, isn't it?
Your phone got battery.
No. Let's all go in the kitchen and plug it in. So we got married in October, and we've been in a little while in Scentsy, and Scentsy played heavily in the wedding, and we realised at the hen night that everybody at the Irish hen night we had met Scentsy. They were people who borrowed bags and became customers, who became friends, who then became wedding guests.
I know!
We pretty much set up our Irish life off the back of Scentsy borrow bags.
Which is kind of handy, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's cool.
So there we go. So that is Melissa's Scentsy story, and I do hope you found it inspiring. I hope you realised that handing out borrow bags is not easy for anybody. That Scentsy can be a great way to actually make friends. You don't have to have any friends to do Scentsy. Melissa and I are both English who lived in Ireland, and then obviously we did what Melissa did. We moved to Spain. We used the borrow bag to build up our customers and to make friends. So the borrow bag and then moving on to the party and then recruiting those people is huge. So now I want to ask Amy Miesch about Osborne. I'll just call her Amy. I want to ask Amy to come and hold the telephone and share her story.
Okay, bear with me. Okay, so I'm from Texas. After university, I had a job in London. I worked for a Swiss bank. Afterwards, we offshored that entire department to Krakow, Poland, and that is where I met my French husband, was in Poland. Afterwards, we followed each other to France, and we got engaged, got married, and had a baby in 2015. and then had Millie Kate. And I joined Scentsy when Millie Kate was 5 months old. I said, I've got to do something with myself because I am all alone all day. Mika, my husband, lived in a different town, and we didn't know a soul where we lived. He actually works 45 minutes from where we live. And the reason why we picked the city, Miesch, is because he thought I was going to get a job in Luxembourg because I know English, and we thought I was going to work for an American bank over there. But they didn't want me because I didn't speak 5 languages. And I proved them wrong because I easily picked up French from just being fully immersed into the country. And I saw a lady in an English-speaking moms group in France, and she said, "Hi, I'm so-and-so, and I sell Scentsy." And I said, "Wow, Scentsy has launched in Europe. It's in France." My mom bought Scentsy when it had first launched in America. So I knew this was a great product. It had been around for a long time, and I knew the French were going to love it because I lived in an old house and it smelled really bad. So I had been buying really expensive French products that didn't really work after 1 week. And I said, okay, I'm going to do this. And my husband said, all right, whatever makes you happy. He didn't know it was going to turn into something like how it is today. And had my launch party. I had it on a Saturday and a Sunday. One person came each time. They were both one of my husband's colleagues. They both just bought a warmer and a wax. And I said, wow, this isn't, I need to really push myself and watch Scott and Alexandra's training videos and figure out how am I going to sell this product in France. And I gave Mika one of the warmers that was in my starter kit with the catalog and a little basket of testers. And I said, why don't you just take this to your office and pass it around to your secretaries and colleagues and see what they do. He came back and he sold maybe 6 warmers in that first day. And then he said, wow, okay, like let's go down to my hometown 3 hours away and let's share it with my family. And then I had hit certified in just like 1 month, I think. Yeah. It was very, very quick. It was very awesome. Quick because the French were like, wow, this is awesome. It's new. But then then, you know, you've got to, you know, build a team. And I said, okay, I miss being around people from the U.S. Why waste your time and just talk to people in expat groups when you could actually be talking to people in America and starting a team with them and have friends that way, you know? So did that. I think how many did I recruit last year?
24.
24.
And Amy is on course to be our first French earner of the annual mentor. And only around 60 people out of 1,000, 120,000 earn that ever. So what started as just doing something while Millie Kate was taking her naps was actually starting to recruit and do it like that. And that is how I did it. That's my story. Just getting rejected from companies in Luxembourg, proving them wrong, getting top sale and top sponsor of the month in France. You know, Scentsy did not care that I didn't know all these languages. Anybody can join, and they're not going to tell you no. And I got tired of being rejected from companies that I used to work. I used to work for these companies, and they were rejecting me, and I couldn't understand it. Why did you hire me in London, and you didn't hire me in France or in the nearby country, Luxembourg? So that lookout, I think
takes everyone, and it's there just comes a moment when you just want to prove everyone wrong, and I did that with Scentsy.
Well, you're doing that.
Doing it.
Well,
yeah,
she will be SSD, so she will prove them wrong, won't you?
Yeah, you will.
So that's just one of those stories where, you know, you just you want to do something for yourself.
And I think Amy's touching on something that is really, really important, and that is your why. What is it that drives you? And we talk about this very, very often. When you join, we say, do you know what your why is? And people go, oh, blah, blah, blah. Or they skive the answer. and they go, oh, I don't really know, I just really kind of like Scentsy. And they never really give it any thought. And then they hit roadblocks in their business and bumps in the road. And a lot of them fall apart and fall away. And it is because they don't have goals and don't understand their whys. So I'm going to pass to Melissa, and I'm going to ask her to talk about why she thinks the why is so important as a team director. Come back in. We can see you pulling faces. Do you think a why is important?
Yes, absolutely. It keeps you driven, it keeps you focused, it keeps you motivated, and it keeps you on track.
And do you think your why is always the same?
No. So when I joined, my why was to make friends and integrate into the community in Donegal. And then once I'd done that for a long time, I didn't really have a why, and I plodded along nicely, just getting in my 200 PRV every 3 months, and I didn't really recruit, and I was happy, I thought-ish, just plodding along, and I didn't have anything really to push me. And then we had Eddie, and we started to plan a wedding, and my goal, which was my first ever goal, was for Scentsy to pay for the wedding, and the goal pushed me and led me to promote twice in 2 months.
Yes.
I went from star to director in 8 weeks because of that goal.
That's amazing. And earned level 3 of the incentive, guys. Very few Irish will be going on that trip. It is phenomenal that Melissa has earned this trip. All expenses paid. So carry on anyway.
So then after we'd had the wedding and we didn't have any debt or any loans to pay back or anything like that, the wedding was paid outright by Scentsy or by our Scentsy money. A new why grew, and the new why is for my new husband to be able to retire at the age of 46. Ooh. And by the end of this year, we're on track for him to have done that, so he can be at home and enjoy his first biological baby, but, you know, all of our kids, and enjoy family time and not be restricted to just 4 weeks annual leave, not be restricted to bank holidays, not be restricted to holiday pay.
And is that really driving you? Do you find that new why has changed your business and the way you do it? Tell them about how it's changed you in terms of the extra hour a day that you do now.
So it has changed me in that before I had a really strong why and a really strong goal, and I was plodding along, I would get to the last week of the month and think, well, I haven't got any orders in and I haven't done anything. Are they going to kick me out if I don't get my 200 PRV? And I'd put a panic order in and get me 200 PRV. And then when I had a strong why and a strong goal, I created a strong routine in order to reach that goal and to hit that, you know, to make that why happen. So I started off dedicating just 1 hour a day. And now this year I'm dedicating 2 hours a day purely to Scentsy, and it is 2 hours family-free time.
And how are you doing that extra hour? Tell him.
I am getting up an hour earlier. I'm setting my alarm, and I'm laying in bed. I don't get out of bed. I do all my work from under my duvet, 6:30 in the morning till 7:30 in the morning, before I'm mum, before I'm a wife, before I'm on the school run, before I'm wearing your shoes and wearing your coat, and my mind is focused just on Scentsy.
And how has that impacted it? I know how it's impacted it. I see the results, but
it's impacted it by the way my team has grown. I'm not very good at maths, so percentages are...
A gazillion.
Yeah.
A gazillion percent.
I've gone from no team, basically, to a group of almost 40. I've gone from being star for, 18 months?
A while.
To being director. I've gone from having customers that would come to me every so often to having a strong customer base of over 60 people that order regularly, that that are engaging in my group, that are engaging online, that are sharing with their friends and buying for presents. So yeah, it's massively impacted.
Cool. Well, thank you very much for sharing that. I love how Melissa has explained her why. Now, I want to ask Amy something different, because obviously if we ask double the questions all the time. Amy's a team builder. Now, Melissa has built a team, but Amy is hewn from our mold and is a team builder right out the bat. She knew the power of building a team. And Mary Christiansen says it best. She said that you could have sales is the income for today. Parties are tomorrow's income. Building a team is the income for a lifetime, and it's life-changing. And we can attest to that, sat in our new kitchen. But I want to ask Amy, can you come a little closer to hold the telephone in the wall? Tell us how, if you hold it, kind of how and why you got the team building bug. Just talk to them about team building. Maybe give them your top team tip of team building.
The top tip. The top tip is to meet the requirements for Alexandra's Rising Star course. That was an amazing goal, and I said, wow, I'm going to get on this course, I'm going to work hard, and I'm going to be a star consultant. That was my goal. And the book that we read was Rock Your Network Marketing Business. And
by Sarah Robbins.
Sarah Robbins. And I read this book, and she is from Michigan, and I lived in Michigan for 8 years. I understood like what she was saying. She used to be a teacher, and she just gave really. It's not a very long book. It's just a few chapters, and you could honestly read it in one day if you wanted to. 10 chapters. And so I took tips that she gave, and I did it. I applied it today. I'm sure if you're my friend on Facebook, you saw me wearing my new Ray-Bans, and I interact Scentsy with anything that I do. So like everyone is a potential team member. So what I did after I bought the Ray-Bans is I said, I showed her my business card, and I said, do you like this? Do you like, it's Parfum d'Ambiance in French, and what am I trying to say in English? Just home fragrance. Do you like home fragrance? It's just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When someone gives you a receipt or something, you give them your business card in return, because you've already got your hand out, and it's the perfect opportunity to get something in return. And in return, you're giving them your business card or a product sheet or one of those scratch and smell stickers from the Scentsy family store. They're only a couple dollars or a couple of euro. And just not being afraid and stepping out of your comfort zone. I make it really personal when I am talking about recruiting, or even at my parties. I always say I'm an American, or you can say something like a really interesting fact, like in my case is I'm an American living in France, and I just give my background, and it could be anything that you want, and you just sit down and make it personal. You know, and
like you did with the girl today. You gave your details, and you're going to send us some information on the internet. And you got her email address, didn't you?
The thing of it is that, and I taught this, like, and then after you give them your business card, then you ask for their email address, and you hand them your phone, normally on the notes icon if you have an iPhone, and you let them type it, so they type it correctly, and then you email a catalog, your join info, a letter about why you joined. I have a letter why I joined with a picture of my family, and I also attached the compensation plan and our website. And
that's brilliant.
That's what I do, no matter what, because where we are, we're in an emerging market.
Yeah.
And you might come across people that do know what Scentsy is, or are searching, like me, I was searching for a product that was going to make my home smell good, because there's just nothing out there in Europe except for Scentsy. And
so I want to ask you also, Do you think it is beneficial to have team in more than one country?
Yes. You know why? Because
Is it any harder? I don't really think it is.
I don't think it's any harder, but every morning when I wake up, I make myself coffee, make Millie a baby bottle, and we sit down and I log into my workstation. It's every day. It's like Christmas because my numbers have jumped because you've got an American market and you've got a European market, and you just make a routine in the morning. You talk to people in Europe. About the same time Millie goes and takes a nap is when America is waking up, and that is when I post on buy and sell pages. Now, a lot of people in the U.S. have Scentsy, but they don't have a consultant anymore, and that is probably maybe 80 to 90% of why people join in the U.S. is because they don't have a consultant. They know the benefits about joining to get a discount, and they're looking for something to do because there's a lot of stay-at-home mothers in the U.S. because daycare is extremely expensive in the U.S. and they're looking for something to do, and they're at home and they're on Facebook anyway, so they might as well be making money.
And can I ask you, and this is the last question on leadership, when you started to build a team, did you know how to be a Scentsy leader, or did you grow into the role? Did you think you knew it all? Did it come naturally? Or do you think anybody can do it even if they have no leadership ability and they've never led anything?
Yes, I have no management experience. I'd only been in the workforce 2 years, and then afterwards I got married and had Millie. So I think just watching Scott and Alexandra, by example, doing the Rising Star course, not being afraid to reach out to other. We're a Scentsy family, right? We go to a Scentsy family reunion every year, and we're a family. And I'll tell you what, anyone that you message and ask for advice, they're going to help you. We all help each other. And so I always just, whatever Scott and Alexandra was doing, Becca Levi was doing, and Jen Audette was doing, I tried to do that as well.
Cool.
And not just that, but having to do everything in English and in French. Private messaging me. Scott would always say, like, hey, I remembered you had a party this weekend. How'd it go? And whatever. And then I thought, well, that was really personal. He just took the time to message me and say how's things going, or not just that, but also, oh, it was so-and-so's birthday. Did y'all have fun or whatever? And I would just try to do it like that. And
so you try and just echo those things with your team, plus all the new things that you do as well.
Yes.
That's very cool. Thank you very much. And finally, on team, because there are some leaders here watching, what do you think you bring to leadership? What do you think makes your team happy? What are the things that you do for them?
I think the fact that we have all become friends, really, and we've all got to know each other, and we're all kind of doing it together as one. So we might be at different levels to each other, but we're still all doing it together.
We all have to get our 200 or 500 in, don't we?
Yeah, no matter what level you're at. Yes. So we're all striving for the same results, really. Yeah. And the fact that once you build a team, it's like having a personal friendship group of people that are all like-minded and are all trying to achieve the same thing and coming from the same point. And do you know what? Absolutely, there is nothing like it. Like when you have your first baby and you join lots of toddler groups and baby groups online, and they become like your friends for life almost. Yeah. Because you're coming from a shared experience and you're trying to achieve the same thing of raising these little tiny humans. Having a Scentsy team is absolutely no different. So you don't need to be a manager. You don't need to have, an industrial background or a degree in people skills or psychology or anything like that. You just need to know how to be a friend, and that comes naturally.
It does to some of us. It does to Melissa. She's very, very good. She definitely gives more than she takes. You guys have to scooch in a bit now. I can't put my arms around. So coming up in February, at the start of February, will be our extra kit. It will be extra kit month. It always is extra kit month. And yeah, we do want you to give people who are interested in joining your team, or if you want to become a team leader, we want you to give people the choice. You can join now in January, and that's fine, or you can hang on and build your list for February to give people that opportunity. But you know what? If you want to start building a team, there is no better time than to start right now. And you start by simply asking people, hey, I know you like this Scentsy product. Have you ever thought of selling it? I think you'd be really good at that. Giving a simple and honest compliment, nothing too gushy and crazy, but just an honest compliment can make people feel amazing. And even if they say no to you, which can hurt, but don't let it, they are still going to feel really good about it. And you've done something which we call planting the seed. So Amy today planted the seed with her Ray-Ban lady. And if you can sell Ray-Bans at that cost in Spain, then you can definitely sell Scentsy. And Melissa planted the same seed to a lady she scared to death with her weird breathing on the aeroplane. So yeah, you know, you guys just plant the seeds. Write a list of 5 people you know who buy Scentsy or who don't buy Scentsy, because sometimes people love Scentsy and simply can't afford it. And contact them and ask them, would you be interested in joining? And plant the seed. And then Alice Kalalilimoku, who is Heidi's mum, taught me a great lesson, and she told me that this is a relationship business. You have to build genuine friendships, and it can take anything up to like 4 or 5 years to get somebody to join.
My latest recruit took 3 years.
Ah, you see, and she's family. She's related family. How crazy is that? And yet Amy made her mother join. She's like, you're gonna join, y'all. See why Texans think good. Didn't you use like that? Join up mother.
Yes, and we FaceTimed, me and Millie Kay, we FaceTimed my mom.
And said, please join Nana.
Yes.
So there you go. So I want to thank you guys for being on our little live. I just figured that when you have some rock stars in the house, it's silly to not take the chance. I know that if you guys have questions, you can always PM these people or ask stuff out on the team page. And any one of over 1,500 consultants that we have worldwide will offer you help and support. Stay positive, stay awesome, and Bring Back My Bar came out today. I know, she's excited. I do hope that you have taken the time to use this to promote your business. And you know what? If you've never tried the fragrances, treat yourself to a few of them, because these are the things that we originally built our whole business on. So it's bye from me. Hasta luego.
Au revoir.
See ya. Ciao.
Layers.
Later, Tater.